और ब्रांड एक्स को सेहरा बांध दिया एंड दे हैप्पीली लिव्ड एवर आफ्टर. बट ऑल माय शाहरुख खान फैंस, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. अगले ही महीने मार्केट में एक नया ब्रांड Z आ रहा था और उस हसीना को इम्प्रेस कर रहा था. वेलकम टू इमोशनल ब्रांडिंग बाय बर्डफास्ट ब्रांडिंग. गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी. गुड इवनिंग. I have to sit here? I know, I'm happy it's crowded.
So if you sit actually, yeah, it'll be better so that
Can you see me?
you can pull the laptop towards yourself so that
Okay, I'll just start with introducing myself. Our company is into brand designing. We are logos is what we do. We are an expertise in logos. We do all kinds of brand designing like brochures, websites, walkthrough, etc. We develop business development plans. We do brand strategies and all kinds of such things. Colors and fonts. What impact does a color and a font have on the mindset of the consumer? We understand it very well, and then according to that we design their logos or any kind of brand collaterals that we do for them. These are some of the awards that we received, like for some as brand creator of the year, woman entrepreneur of the year, etc. These are two of our esteemed clients, Mr. R. Madhavan and Mr. Amir Khan. Mr. Amir Khan has publicly said that she's the best brand designer, logo designer that I have ever met. He had said it in Midday paper. So that has really connected us to logos strongly now. Again, a glimpse of few of our clients, Mercedes and Hyundai, Mr. Munjal and just a glimpse of our logos that we do. We have done some. Okay, now I want to make it a little interactive initially. Is that fine, Zee?
yeah, sure.
Okay, so I narrated the story right now to you. Okay, and I want to ask you a few questions. How well did you all understand? What did you all understand? What's the perspective of understanding the story? So my first question to you is that why did that Hasina pick up brand Y? Why did she buy that shampoo first?
Looks.
Put your hand. Yeah.
Looks better.
Okay. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah. Shape. Okay. And then why did she go to brand Y X then later?
More practical.
More practical.
Maybe the product was not good. It just appeared good.
Very good.
Yeah, deceptive.
Okay. Okay, fine. And then, see, I want to say that, as she rightly said, that design was very good, and that's why that Hasina brought brand Y first. But what we all, as all entrepreneurs out here, need to understand something very important is that making the designing and packaging too much exaggerated and can be irrelevant to the product. The USP of the product वहाँ पे मार खा सकता है if you are making the packaging too much of beautifying it. The inside product can hamper. So we need to know where to balance it and then showcase our product accordingly. And then of course she brought brand Z in. Okay, why was the reason that उस हसीना को brand Z market में ललचा रहा था? What was the reason?
She wanted something more from the brand X.
He's like, okay.
Or maybe she was fed up using that X. So, you always need a change sometimes.
Okay.
Clients are very whimsical and eclectic because unless you hold them at all levels, they will move from one place to another and
Okay.
that's a
Basically,
human.
Dil Mange More.
Wow, you said it. What is excellent, really. Okay, now
That is the thing I'm
I'm with women entrepreneurs. I can't forget that you all are rightly connected to emotions. Perfectly well said. See, that's the thing, that we need to understand that tastes and preferences are going to keep on changing. We are rational beings. We are dealing with rational beings. They're not going to be like, okay, ye mil gaya. Let me take an example of say mobile phone industry. Initial Motorola started with launch of mobile phone. There was basic phone and then SMSs. Basic system was there. Nokia came in because dil mange more. So Nokia came in and it started with fancy tones and shapes and etc. People bought them. People wanted smartphone. People wanted something. So iPhone came, Samsung came in. Now people are expecting projector in the phone. Like it's endless. Our demands are endless. So we need to understand that according to that, we need to keep on modifying ourselves. We can be a pioneer in one sector. For example, if I am a logo designer, there might be not many logo designers. I might be a pioneer, but I need to continue to innovate myself to live up to the expectations of my target group. So likewise, we all need to understand in our business also that even if you have started something, it's inshallah running well initially, but to keep up with that, you need to observe the mindset of your consumer, that what do they want, what is their expectation, what is their lifestyle, what is their circle, what is their taste preferences, which shop she goes to. All that we need to analyze and accordingly keep on upgrading and modifying our brand strategy. Brand Z, that brand knew that she wants something more now. She'll definitely need a conditioner, she'll definitely need a serum, something XYZ. So they came up with a new thing and it immediately caught her eyes and she bought brand Z. So that needs to be understood. And that exactly is what my topic today for speaking. I strongly feel after dealing with a lot of brands day in, day out in the market, making strategies and developing designs, that one thing I strongly feel is that people love brands. People love the brands they are buying. I love wearing a Movado or a Gucci or a Rolex. I want to be loyal to that. But if they are not going to come up with something new, I will switch. Because my taste preferences will keep changing. I can't help it. So people love the brands what they are buying, but what we need to understand strongly as all you women entrepreneurs today is that brands do not love their people back. That's something that I think that we need to focus on. I want to stay loyal to the brand I'm buying, but if the brand doesn't care of my style, my lifestyle, the fashion changing, etc., then they're going to switch. That's bound to be there. So you need to keep on focusing on that and accordingly modify it. I want to showcase this thing with an example, a live example of a case study that we all must have experienced in that era of that brand. Let's have a look at that. Z. Yeah. What do I?
Just press Alt Tab.
Alt Tab.
Yeah, just go to your.
Okay then.
You'll have to go to your orange, the first icon. 1, 2, 3. It's your 5th icon, right on top.
Okay. Okay, this is a small clipping. I want to show you. Just have a look. 1 minute. New year.
Just click on stop and play because I think it's already run.
Everyone won't be able to hear.
1 second.
Yeah. But
The
then
speakers are there. You can just plug it in. Actually, you got a speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, just plug it in, please. There's a hole on the side.
Okay, ma'am, you just take it to the right. Where the logo is that side.
It's right in front in the corner. Right side, click.
It's not on.
Yeah.
जिस काम में मनुष्य की अंतरात्मा उसके साथ ना हो, मुझे आपसे कुछ कहना है। जिस काम में मनुष्य की अंतरात्मा उसके साथ ना हो, उस काम को करने से उसे सब कुछ मिल सकता, मन की शांति नहीं मिल सकती। इसलिए जब कैडबरी वालों ने मुझे कहा कि उनकी बात मैं आप तक पहुंचाऊं, तो 55 सालों से कैडबरी खाने वाला मैं भी थोड़ा सा हिचकिचाया। मैंने उनसे एक सवाल पूछा कि क्या इसके बाद मैं चैन की नींद सो पाऊंगा या नहीं। तो जवाब में वो मुझे अपनी फैक्ट्री ले गए और मुझे अपनी इंटरनेशनल टेक्नोलॉजी, अपने कड़े क्वालिटी कंट्रोल्स और डबल प्रोटेक्शन पैकेजिंग दिखाई। आजकल मैं बड़ी चैन की नींद सो रहा हूं। अब आपकी फेवरेट कैडबरी डेयरी मिल्क नए प्योरिटी सील बैग में।
Okay, do you all remember when was this era of Cadbury? see in this ad? What do you notice in this ad? What is it that clicks you?
Trust. The trust.
Trust. Okay. One very important factor I strongly noticed is that people started feeling insecure about the brand. They stopped buying it. For obvious reasons. Anybody would. That insecurity and that lack of trust is what Cadbury understood and accordingly it positioned itself. But what is very, very beautiful in this ad that I found, and that's why I selected this, is that there is a beautiful exchange of love happening between the brands and the consumer. Beautifully, if the consumer is loving the brand is loving the consumers equally. And again, the people gave them benefit of doubt. People started buying the Cadbury again. So that is what shows, that the brand is loving you back. I'm taking efforts, I'm doing double packaging for you. You trust me, I'll take care next time. Whatever happened, the politics happened or whatever happened, I am going to take care of it next time for you. So that is the love that the brand is showing. So if that level of trust, if we as the entrepreneurs show that dedication, devotion, if we show towards our consumers, they are bound to stay loyal to us. It's an easy yes then. Now I want to show you how in my business, logo designing, how do I use emotional branding. Okay, this is the logo of Mr. R. Madhavan, the famous actor, Three Idiots actor fame. He came to us to design his logo that, I want to design a logo, but I want to, because I want to go to Cannes Film Festival and go into Hollywood, and so I want a very international logo. But at the same time, I want to be rooted to the South culture that I am. Fair enough. I studied it, South market, this, that, we did all the analysis, and we noticed something very interesting about Mr. Madhavan is that he's a very religious person. And he goes to temples a lot in South. Now that thing is touching the hearts of people in South. His target group, huge market, his 80% business comes from South. So that is touching their hearts very nicely. And so I formed this South Indian tilak. It's a South Indian tilak in his logo with the same shade of red. He's a very humble, sweet, professional person. I showed his sleekness through the fonts that I used. And the grey color showing up a little polite personality that he has. With the fire and the aggression that he has in his performance, I showed the color red to show that part also. So that connected very well, and he's saying it's a good response. And second example I would like to take is of Janmabhoomi newspaper. I don't know, I hope all of you are good. So it's a Gujarati newspaper. The owner of Janmabhoomi, Mr. Kundan Bhai Vyas, he came to us to design his logo, and his concern was that I don't want to change the logo too much because I feel that we are already attached to the logo. I don't want to change it too much. But Barkha, mera sales nahi ho raha hai. I want to increase the sales, and I've heard if I come to Barkha's brand, like my sales increases. So okay, without changing the logo, how do I do it? I said okay, fine. So his original logo was a red color, and the fonts were a little sharper. You know. So then I made it from red to blue because it's an afternoon newspaper. In the afternoon you need a little more calmer, you're a little more in an easy mood, so blue color definitely suits in that mode that you are. And it's a Gujarati paper, so the people are more bonded. Gujarati culture is more like, we are close-knitted people. Even I'm Gujarati, so we have that protection feeling and that joint family concept most of the time in our culture. So I showed that rounded fonts mostly in that. Now what is amazing is that I got a letter from Janmabhoomi within a span of 4 months that our sales has increased by 30% just with the change of logo. So that is the power of logo with emotions, if I put it rightly. Let me now explain that where did this transition, where did this emotional branding happen? Branding का सबको पता है, पर emotional branding क्या होता है? वो कहाँ से आया? Now, initially, if you know barter system, when ancestors started, barter system was happening, goods exchange against goods, and cattle were being given against the goods. Now, to differentiate the cattle, people had a red mark on their cattle. Maybe if I have 20 cattle, I have a red mark cattle. Somebody has 50 cattle, blue mark cattle, square mark, round mark, all those kinds of marks might be there to differentiate their cattle from each other. So, of course, logo is not a new thing. It is started from barter system. Means branding is started from barter system. Now, in between, international brands started coming in India. Competition started steeping in. Pepsodent hai, Colgate hai, all these brands started coming in. Government started to match up to that. Government introduced ISO system, quality control. So all industries and categories had this quality control already taken care by the government. So consumers knew that hey, in that factor we won't be cheated. So how do we now choose it? To differentiate that, international brands started coming in with ads which can relate to the emotions, which can relate to the attitude of the consumers. So international brands started coming in with that idea. Indian consumers started coming in with the same idea, and that's where emotions. People started choosing the brands as per the attitude, Longis. Elegance is an attitude. Elegance is what she's selling. The brand Aishwarya Rai is a brand ambassador. So elegance is, you buy the Longis because of the feeling of elegance. L'Oreal, you're worth it. Because you're worth it, you're buying L'Oreal. That's the impact of emotions in the business today. Now this is a ad that I've created for Kalpataru the builder. This is the old ad. This is around 20 years back. This is a new ad. Can you all tell me what's the difference between both of these era ads? Both of these ads.
In the first ad, you can just see buildings. I mean, just a place to live. And the second, the emotions and the feelings with your mother and a child is sharing together.
And a home is all about emotions and feelings.
Perfect.
You just don't buy buildings.
In the second ad.
Second one,
Has a
personal.
personal touch.
Correct. Okay.
Their brand name has shrunk and the image value has
Yes, correct. So yeah, I mean
Color element.
color, yeah, black and white before newspapers were like this, newspaper ads. So yeah, I mean if you see there is ऑफर दिया है बेचने के लिए, मेरा नंबर दिया है, मेरे को कॉल करो फ्लैट लेके जाओ. Nothing more. Just this is what I want to do, sell you the flat. So call me and book your flat. But today in competition, what do? I mean, I'm giving you so many things in my flat, still बिकता नहीं है. Now it's I mean पहले तो मुहूर्त में it is to sell. I mean my dad is into construction, so I know I've literally seen before like मुहूर्त के दिन everything is to sell. Now today you have to do so many things to promote your brand. So here is a very nice ad shown wherein a mother and a child is sitting in the greenery. There is no building shown, there is no amenity shown. Certainly they have written it here, nothing more. And just come and enjoy yourself. We are matching to your personality. Come and buy us. Simple. So that's what it is.
Varka,
Yeah.
I have a doubt.
Yeah.
On this previous slide, that ad is 20 years back.
Yeah.
If we look at ourselves as individuals, 20 years back, maybe I was trying to get my basic necessities in place, wherein that would have made sense.
Yeah.
Now, in the span of 20 years, I have fulfilled all of those, and now I'm getting into the luxury segment. So, in the luxury segment, that is making, this ad is more appealing. So then, so basically, what you're doing is you're addressing the customer transition from necessity to luxury. So, if I have to establish myself as a brand, how do I identify the transition from necessity to luxury?
Today, whatever is necessary was a luxury before. That's the basic thing that we have, right? And the answer is in your question itself, that before the necessity things, right? That's what you're asking?
Yeah, right. Previously, yeah.
Yeah, so whatever, today we need to match up because competition is so much. Before there were few people in every
Yeah.
category. So to match to that, I have to do something which will stand out. I have to now, intelligently नहीं हो रहा है तो emotionally push करो, but we have to sell. What do we
Even
do?
before, emotionally, people were like more secure because joint family, lot of things happening inside the family. You didn't need any outsider. Today it's a nuclear family.
You're alone.
You need outsider.
Yeah,
You need a friend. You need to go out. You don't have time. Today
But that's
women are
only-
working.
Correct.
Previously women were not working. They were staying at home. They were with their child. Now today the woman is working, so she has to show that okay, there is a connection between.
Perfect. And that's for real estate sector. So in real estate sector, yes, what you said is correct. But today we are not only real estate, but every industry has something which has competition, which is there, and we have to accordingly keep on modifying ourselves, hitting on the emotions. We have to use that as a tool. I strongly feel dil ko chhu lo. Now, I don't know how many of you have bought this Levi's jeans. Okay, you've bought it. Okay. Now, it's called Curve ID. There are only 3 categories. For people who don't know this brand, I don't know how many of you have bought it. But they have shortlisted 3 jeans for 80% of body type all over the globe. Levi's, okay? When I go to the store, I especially went to the store just 3 days back before coming to this presentation because I wanted to confirm that still they are doing that thing or no. What is interesting is that they are giving this personal touch. When you go to the store in 2010, they started with these 3 types of jeans. So when you used to go to their store, yes ma'am, come in. I have got the best jeans for you, just for your fitting. And we have researched 60,000 women, and according to that, we have shortlisted these 3 body types, and it will fit in your body type accordingly. So this is the jeans for you, ma'am. The way personal touch. Levi's doesn't have budget issues. They can do TV, they can do newspaper, but that personal touch, that emotional connect, is what Levi's focused on, and accordingly they marketed themselves. Each and every salesman was trained like this. Of course, now when I went for 4-5 days back, he wasn't that aggressively doing it, but then 2010 he was. So these 3. So I think that they understand that Levi's ko khali agar he was a pioneer, then he cannot stay like that. He has to continuously modify himself. He has to continuously, according to the market trends, fashion, changing taste and preferences of the women, the girls, he has to modify his jeans and give something which they will feel as personal touch. So that's what Levi's gave. So I think in every industry, if we understand, we need to innovate, we need to be creative enough to stand out of the clutter. It's very, 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 very important in today's competitive market. I strongly feel that naam kafi hai. If you're staying at a Hiranandani, you're staying at Kalpataru, you know the person's attitude. That person, he's staying at Hiranandani. I know that person's personality. I know his taste. I know he must be having a Mercedes, or he must be having a Rolex. I know him, his taste, his class, everything is defined by the brand. Because brand's tagline is such, brand's positioning in the market is such that it relates to the personality of that person. So your tagline plays a very important role. We have to give a very good tagline. We have to give a good logo. These all things add to the emotions. These all things connect to your consumers very, very well. So we need to use that, and aapke naam becomes enough. I totally believe in this industry, this sector that we are. Naam is very important. Your name. It's all about feelings. Here I'm going to take 2 case studies, and for rest of them we're going to meet in my office and chat over a cup of coffee with some logos that we do for you. So here I'm going to talk about Starbucks. Okay. Now Starbucks, whichever country they go, there's a big queue when they launch. There's a big queue of people wanting to buy 170 rupees cup of coffee. Okay. Fine. So once a mother, a student, a child was studying and uski exam aa rahi thi, next week exam tha. So the mother, the child said, "Mom, I want a Starbucks coffee." Mom said, "You study, you padhne mein dhyan do. You have it after your exam." "Mom, I want a Starbucks coffee." She said, "Okay, you study, I'll get it for you." She went into the kitchen. There was previous day's Starbucks mug there. She nicely made her espresso coffee. Nicely, she stirred it well, and she kept it on his table. The guy was super happy, and he studied so well with sipping each sip of coffee, not even realizing that it is not a Starbucks. So what do you realize in this case study? This is a very interesting thing. That what do you realize in this? That why did he not realize it? That's
coffee.
Yeah, that's what it is. You position yourself that way. You need to do that. You're going to sell today. Product से ज़्यादा important हो रहा है. Of course, I'm not saying product now is not important. If in the ads that Z had sent to everybody, I strongly said this one quote of mine that the advertising, promotion, designing, all that is going to sell your product once, but it is only your product and your product that will resell itself. So I'm not saying to ignore your product. It has to stand out. It has to be different. It has to be, you need to understand the need gap in the market, and accordingly, enter that need gap. You know what's a need gap, right? like suppose there is some gap wherein, for example, me, I'm a logo designer. So I realize there's a need gap for logos in the market. I position myself as a logo designer. For example, Falguni Pathak. There are a lot of singers. I mean, there are so many singers, so much talent in India. But how she positioned herself? Dandiya queen. It's a need gap. She understood the need gap. So we need to understand that, what is required and accordingly position ourselves. So that's the magic of, Starbucks is also using it very well. In Coffee with Karan, Mr. Amir Khan, my client, he had come there to talk, he had come there. So Karan Johar asked him, I don't know, many people must have seen that thing. So Karan Johar asked him that, Amir Khan, you always say that you're not interested in the 100 crore bracket, and you say that you don't care about the 100 crore bracket, but every movie is a 100 crore bracket. How come? So he said, Karan, really यार मेरे को कोई परवाह नहीं है 100 crore की. I am only concerned that is my movie hitting the bullseye? Is my movie, when they see the movie, do they emotionally feel something for it? Do they take away something from it? That's my concern. I don't care about the 100 crore bracket. So even Amir Khan understands this so well. I mean, that you have to connect, you have to make something feel in your consumer's heart when they buy your product. You have to make them feel something special, something that will connect them, and then the sales will keep on repeating itself. It will snowball. You don't need to then push. Now is a market of pull strategy. Push ka zamana bhi gaya. You have to pull the consumers. That you need to understand very well.
I have a query here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you spoke about this push and the pull strategy. Now, when you say Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever, they have established a brand right now. But I'm sure there might have had some, for a startup, how would it be? If you say a naam kafi hai or whatever, even if I have a good name also, I cannot be a brand unless I establish myself as a brand. And unless I use a push strategy, when I start up, I cannot have a pull strategy. So for a startup, how do you think all these things will work?
McDonald's real story is what? Like initially when McDonald's was having a stall, he was a person who was selling on stall, he was having burgers, french fries, falafels, all that. And then he realized that what is being picked up majorly is my burger. So you need to observe on which thing your consumer is interested more. What about my product, or about my service, or about my store? What is my consumer interested more? Where is it that is emotionally that thing is hitting more? They're taking away that. They're remembering that. So we need to understand that, and accordingly keep on positioning, modifying our positioning line, modifying our strategy, and धीरे-धीरे push strategy, you will get it. You need to initially keep on trying. Trial and error करते रहना पड़ता है business में. You need to take that risk. Business is risk.
So the push strategy does exist.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, of course, for startups we need to do that.
The more so it's of a pull. I have started up with a pull strategy. For me, she's my client sitting here. I have never gone to a client's office right from day one. If anybody wants to, Mr. Amir Khan has come to my office. Okay, I have never gone to anybody's office from day one. I am confident. I know my strategy. I know I have tools like internet today. I'm going to do my business with pull strategy. I'm not going to push. I don't push. I'm just interested in getting clients to my doorstep. So it's up to you.
So how do you get those clients to your doorstep?
We have our strategy, we use online tools.
So that is there you're pushing, right?
No.
Online
is not, online is a total, Facebook is a full strategy. You're not going onto an account of a person and putting your ad there, right?
Just a projection.
Yes.
So you're projecting it.
Yeah.
But that's
project
not
it.
once, not always.
So what I will also probably request Barkha this time, because this is one of the most interesting parts about how. Because today you've reached a particular level, and of course there will be some in this room who are probably there, but a lot of us here will be startups. So the pull and push is exactly what is the confusion.
Yeah.
And probably if you rewind yourself and step back and say 15 years ago, what were the different things that you did 10 years ago? When you started in your first 3 years of business, to put it more precisely, how did you start creating the pull? You know, what were the different things? Of course, FB was not even there at that point.
No, it was there. I'm a 7-year-old couple, so it was there for me.
Great.
Luckily.
So good for you. And then what other things?
But today
Good for all of us today.
Yeah.
And besides that,
But
what
we need to
else?
understand
What she's
more
saying
about
is
the pull
actually
and
true in our industry because I belong to web industry and we are in our 14th year of business, but we've never been into push marketing strategy. It's always been pull. The reason is the kind of services is very virtual. So we do not have a product per se which I'm going to go and push it, like okay, look at this, look at this. It has to be more of word of mouth. So it's like first client you hit it right, that's it. That he is your push factor basically.
yeah. So once you
So the service has to say for itself, kind of. And yes, today internet is the biggest and the widest platform and the cheapest to leverage.
Yesterday I
upon.
read the article of Mr. Mark Gobe. He's a very well-known marketing guru. It is his quote. Push has gone. Push is being pushed. It's a pull world. It's his quote. And see, it's subjective how.
But it was, the question was that, the startups like us, somewhere we need to little bit push, and then come on that pull mode, as you said, But somewhere starting, when you have a
Establishing
product,
the brand.
when you want to establish
It's
a
actually the
brand.
product or the service that has to push.
Yeah.
You don't have to push
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's a-
that
yeah,
has to
she
be
said it
unique
well.
itself. As she
Yeah.
said, that you need to find your gap.
Yeah.
That's the whole, because it's too crowded today to make noise and stand out.
She asked me about my story that, initially I was into exhibition industry wherein I used to do marketing and conceptualization of exhibitions, selling stalls. So I used to go door to door and sell that stall. You know how stalls are in
Spaces,
India,
yeah,
spaces. So I used to go door to door and sell that stall. And that was exhibition where somewhere I realized the failure of push strategy, and that is why I adopted
Right.
push strategy. Because in every exhibition I have to again go and push.
Yeah.
अभी तो client आ जाओ, अभी तो stall भर जाओ. Every time I have to go and pull, please stall low. So that's where I realized, that pull strategy is no. It's a total no. Push strategy, what works is pull. If you maintain your dignity, if you know you're confident about your product, if you focus on, on your thing, people are going to come
Product service
automatically. Because push will help you once or twice maybe.
Like as you said, we are also product driven. So initially when we started, it was like we used to participate in a lot of exhibitions. So we used to go for exhibition. We literally used to push. We
I
had
know,
to
it's
push
very
because there were
irritating.
10 different having the same product. To differentiate there, to explain the customer, okay, we are having an anti-gold polish, we have this, your polish won't go. They don't care. They want something which they like, which is valuable to them, and which they feel the money, the price point is good.
Perfect.
So that is how. So initially we also try to push, a little bit in the exhibitions. Of course, you have to. But then we realize
if you have
once
a
you have
strategy, maybe
Yeah.
it will pull. Like see, a lot of exhibition IIGS, they don't go anywhere to sell their IIS, right? They don't go anywhere to sell. It's on phone calls there. वो क्या बोलते हैं, lucky draw, auction. They have auction for their stalls. Literally auction. So things like that's the difference.
I think your positioning plays a very important
Yeah,
role. How
the
you position.
positioning, yeah.
There is where your push and pull will come.
Come
At the
in.
moment, it's
There's
all
a
about your
balance.
positioning.
That's
That's
where
all.
balance.
So like startups then need to move that positioning themselves.
At times, you also have to say no to your clients.
Yes.
It's very important.
Very
It is
important.
very important to say no to a client.
No to your client.
Because it's very difficult to say a no, but once you start doing that, somewhere down the line, even the client understands that you cannot always demand what you want, because at times clients can be too demanding beyond expectations.
Yeah, so basically it will, it's a time wherein you will start on pulling. That's the only way, because today ICICI and Citibank people keep on calling you. You get so irritated, you don't want to buy their SIM card. So that is push, right?
Right,
Simply that is push.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. So a lot of banks have closed. You realize that? I mean,
But one thing. As you said that with the time we should change our positioning strategy if the customer are not pulling to the brand. So it is suggestible to change the positioning strategy that frequently.
not that frequently, but Coca-Cola, they have till now changed.
So many.
No, I have a number actually. I think 24 times their tagline. 24 times. And they have modified their logo 10 times.
Still it's not.
So you can't make it that frequently. But yeah, over an interval. Now, what's the interval? आपके business का मौसम क्या है? उस हिसाब से you need to understand that. But not that frequently. But yes, Videocon went green. Their logo is now green. Why? Why? Do you know the reason why?
Global warming was the time when they hit
Yeah,
the
internally they had not for the time, but internally they had products that are manufactured on global warming green. All that thing. So that is why they reflected into their logo, reflected into their tagline. So you need to show something inside also. Just tagline change करने से नहीं होगा. आप में inside वो moment है या नहीं in the company. Then you change it. Yes, very good. It will work for you for sure.
The funny part is that KFC is becoming green.
Yeah.
KFC is becoming veg. But different reasons then.
वो sheet तो किशन. Okay, now I'm going to distribute sheets to you, which will help you understand that how can you apply emotional branding in your business. Now we've spoken about brands, about my company, about concept. Now let's look into yours.
We just pass it around.
How many calls are there? With 30. I don't know. Are we enough? I think there are more people.
I think we might just check them.
With 30. Others who don't get this, please put it on the paper if possible. On that sheets.
Somebody needs it now.
No, I think we're done.
You done?
Okay, shall we start?
Everyone's got pens? We need pens.
किशन एक दिया ना?
You just give it.
Do you know why, till the pen comes, let me give one more yarn. Do you know why is it called, today is like the, we call it women's world. And why is it that in every sector today, women are number one, or at least in the top lead? Why? Why do you think that?
Because we think that emotionally connected.
Yeah, because of course you all know the answer. You all know I'm making it clear. Yeah, because today is emotional branding our time. Today emotion is the tool, and who better than women understand this? We understand intuitions, we understand emotions, and that is why right now we are leading. It's a very simple chain. If you understand, it's everything connected. So it's natural that if you are in a company or somewhere, easily the woman will be on the top nowadays because we understand all that very well. That's the strength.
We can share.
Yeah. Let's start and then
Okay. We can share that.
Yeah.
Okay, my first question is your visual identity up to date? The question that you asked, this is the Coca-Cola you had asked. Yeah, so is your visual identity up to date? When last did you change the tagline? I think I answered this already. So score your brand 1 to 10. You need to keep changing your tagline. Your visiting card has to be a new design after some time because people are going to feel important if you do that. Your consumer is going to feel important if you modify a little bit of your positioning or your logo, or it's going to help all this. It helps indirectly. It does help.
But don't you think that sometimes you connect with the brand?
In fact, I want to give you an example.
Yeah,
I know when I see Nike and I see this swoosh,
perfect.
I can relate.
But
to
do
it.
you realize? Have you ever noticed Nike has every 5 years modified its stick? Do you all know that? Hypercity logo, Nike logo, name the brands. They have subtly modified their logo. They have subtly modified their font.
reflects the growth that they
So
have.
I'm
Otherwise
saying
it's
that. I'm not saying a drastic one. I'm saying that subtle things. Do that little, whatever is latest right now, according to that fashion, you do it. Like, I understand fashion because I'm in this industry, so I know. I tell my brands, like, I know my consumers are regular to me, so I tell them that now you need a little modification in your logo, you need a little modification on your brochure. So that you need to sense, and that is why experts like me are working
But
there.
doesn't it work also in the reverse, that when you change your logo a little bit, now to get that logo out there, you have to reinvest.
Yeah.
You have to get online, you have
Of
to get on
course.
Yeah, of course,
commercials, you have to
again,
get
you
on
have
the
to-
print media.
Right now,
And with
Kanakya
that new
changed.
surge, it is a new round of interest. So it's not just that the logo has changed subtly as per and that's fine. But because you've gone out there with that new design, you've reinvented some interest in your
But
brand.
then,
So isn't that something that feeds on itself? It's not just because you changed the logo, it might have. brought you
It's vice
results,
versa.
But because you
Signify
went
growth,
out
no?
there.
It
No,
signifies growth, it signifies lack of stagnancy. Because imagine you're using, like, let's say Godrej, okay? Godrej has been here since I don't know how many years.
yeah, I have a good
Before we
idea.
were-
But
Right?
my thing.
But if they still are selling those Patrawala cupboards, it does not have any market today.
It's a
So
product,
same way,
but
if they change their identity a little, we can relate to, yes, they are also growing, they are also evolving with this trend, and that's what the connect is, and that today's youth can also connect to Godrej.
But that's a long gap, no? You're talking about that 20 years, okay. But within 2-3 years, if we
No,
start
that we
going-
need to identify
Yeah.
our business, our brand, and then take a
And
decision whether we want to do
And your
it.
question is like,
very
it depends
difficult.
on company to company, how big their company is. According to that, they budget it, right? I mean, 20% of your business, you percentage, and then you do it. I mean, it's up to the companies. So right now, I did Kanakya's logo, the new logo. So that they invested 4 crore. They change it in every building. They change it everywhere. So they have that budget. They did it. I mean, according to the company's budget, we have to do it. Where all we have publicized till now, according to that, we have to do it. So it definitely
I'll just
works.
share a small case study. We've been in this business like 14 years back when we started, when web was a very, very boom time in 1999. So my identity was very different at that point of time. Web was not the word. So we literally had a web in our logo. So people would relate, okay, that's V for Web, because V for Web is my company's name. But as over a period of time, today web has changed, its use has changed, the way people perceive it has changed. We have now, like 3 years back, we changed our identity, which actually we got a lot of positive feedback from it, saying that yes, we really, I mean, because I have my first client till date with me, like 14-year-old, and in fact we have 90% of our clients with us right from day one type. So this is the feedback that we got, that it's really interesting to see that now you have changed your identity as well to signify the change that's happening within the company, to signify how you are evolving and stuff. So it was like after 8 years almost we changed, 8 to 9 years. So it's not necessary we do it 2-3 years.
Right.
You get the point that now is the time we need the
Like
change.
we, for example, we just tried, we are 4 years old company. We tried on little bit changes for our
In 4 years. That's
4
too
years.
early.
4 years. So little bit changes in
My company
our-
7 years, but still I have not. I
Yeah.
think after 10 years, we should.
Immediately we just tried and we just put it for our clientele because we have very old clientele with us. One of them came and said, no, this is not looking nice. I don't relate myself Arsia with this. Please.
But that's
don't
too
do."
premature to change it.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
right.
why. That's
Yeah,
why.
It should be minimum
that's
10
why-
years. So I am my 7 years. This is my logo start to
Right.
end right now. 7 years, I'm 7
That's what I wanted to understand because there I just got it. No, I don't relate to
It's not
Arsia like
correct.
this.
Yeah.
You do just you were specifying about the logos.
other than the logos, you do other things
Yeah, we
also?
do entire brand collaterals. That's what I told you. Mr. Amir Khan made me famous for logos. So
Okay.
my niche came in there. My positioning came in there.
But all the aspects of marketing you do, like
No, not selling or anything. I'm into designing brand collaterals, that is visiting card, letterhead, envelope, CD cover, CD sticker, brochures, websites, walkthroughs, brand strategy development, business development plans. That's it.
Okay.
Nothing like going out there and marketing for it.
And this is explained in your website.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's there on my visiting card. I've given you.
So then, for example, I have books for children. Okay, my brand is Violet India. It's a really tiny little company. The books are for children. But the people who are going to pay, open the purse and
Are the
pay
mother.
is the mother or the father. So where would I place my
Yeah, the
money?
whole strategy that you're saying that we can see in Pepsodent's ad, or we can see in that ads of like
Most of the stuff.
that detergent, sorry, that what do you call it? Sanitizer. Sanitizer as of Lifebuoy right now. How a mother is telling the child to clean your hand. So that's a strategy, that I need to understand when I sit one-on-one to you, with you, that how we can position that. That is a different way to do that. Is your company keeping pace with the market? When last did you all buy a latest machinery? When last did you all invest on a new computer, which will help in running your company more faster? It will help your staff to feel okay, we are upgraded, and make them more active in working because of the latest equipments that you have. So it's very important to invest on such technologies because it really helps you keep in pace with your market. The industry. So score yourself from 0 to 1. Okay, I've bought it accordingly. So score yourself like that. Is your company base aging? Now this is very important. Do you all know the 80-20 ratio? I'm sure some people must be knowing. But for others who don't know, 80% should be the new customers that you have. 20% should be the old. Right? Am I right? No. Sorry. That's what I said. Yeah. So 80% has to be the old customer and 20% has to be the new one. So, is your customer base aging? By this I mean to say is that if you're getting only old customers, there is no new customer or very few new customer coming in, then you need to see that am I technically doing well? Am I keeping pace? Does my positioning need to be changed? Do my logo need to be modified? You need to think all that. If only old customers, this is a very good checklist for you. Only old customers means something is lacking for upgradation. If you have only new customers coming in, when very few repeat orders you get from your old customers, that again is alarming. That again shows that you are leaving the basis. Somewhere 80% you're getting from that chunk. So somewhere you are not giving that what was fond. People are fond about your brand. So you need to keep that balance. You need to sustain what you people like more about your brand. You need to keep that, and then you need to keep modifying it accordingly. That really helps.
On a scale of 1 to 10, customer 1 would be what? Old customers?
That according to your old. If 10 is maximum.
Maximum.
Yeah. So ratio, you need to ratio is that I think so that my very few customers I have, then I'm maybe 2 or 3. And if I have maximum, a very good ratio, then 9. Yeah, I'm keeping good balance, then you're 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. Is your positioning losing relevance? When last did you all change your tagline? Rise, already I've spoken about this. Rise, Mahindra and Mahindra, they had a big launch of the tagline that they promoted. Rise, just Rise, the tagline. Crores of rupees they've spent on just launching the tagline Rise. Now again, as you said, people are not fooled to invest so much like you had asked, that people invest for a reason. This is an investment, not a liability or a expense. It's an investment. All these taglines you promoted. So many of brand. On my first anniversary, 7th anniversary, we have a cricket match. So many of my clients like her, they're going to launch their product there. They're going to promote it there. Someone is going to launch their logo. Someone is going to promote their tagline. So we make it lively. It helps in expressing that your brand is doing something for your country. And now, of course, a very important that are your touch points aligned with the market? Now, somebody said that even that is a push strategy, Facebook and everything. I strongly feel no. It is a very fantastic tool to interact. To you launch something, you immediately get the feedback, and that feedback is so important. I mean, the response you get on the likes and the comments, everything, even chatting on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, so many tools today. So you need to not only be there, not only log in and create an account on Facebook and everywhere, but you need to create a website, but you need to be interactive and active on Facebook and also accounts by promoting, by starting emailers on there, by doing something which will keep them updated. Like now I'm on my 7th anniversary. My campaign is starting from 1st of June on my Facebook. If you all would like to see what exactly I mean to say by this, Barkha's Brand Clinic is my Facebook account. There is no space between brand and clinic. Barkha's Brand Clinic. So click on that and see how I'm going to campaign my brand there. There's a 7th anniversary and we are announcing there that we are, because of you, just for you, I'm telling my consumers, just for you, 7 branches, just because of you, 7 awards, just for you, I'm relaunching my website, just for you, just showing that personal touch to my consumers. A lot of my clients are there on my Facebook. So that's important. That interactiveness is very, 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 very important. Okay, now I would like to share some did you knows with you. According to a news report from the Harvard Business Review, logo can increase the sales by 36.66%. That's the power of a logo. Did you know that red color makes you hungry? Red color makes you hungry. You know that? Red releases endorphins into your system that stimulates the appetite. Many multinational food giants thus are using color red in their logos. Unis, Domino, Pizza Hut, Pizzeria, CCD, all these have this particular shade of red. This shade of red. Do you know what the impact is? I mean, literally, if you are going to pass from there or you're sitting in there, in your nervous system, you'll feel the urge to eat more. That is the power of this color. This shade, this particular shade of red, and they're using this shade, most of them. Only this shade. Well, if I use this same color in a builder's logo, flats may begin. I can guarantee. Because it might make them feel insecure. It might make them danger. Exactly. So that's going to that's the impact of colors. You need to use it. So that's the impact. Which industry, what color you use is so important, and that's why I call myself as clinic, because I understand the science of that. Okay, now this is a nice thing that I'm doing. A lot of my multinational brands are doing this golden ratio concept. What is a golden ratio? Many successful brands use golden ratio formula in their logos. Apple is a golden ratio logo. Mercedes is a golden ratio. Pepsi uses golden ratio in their logo. Golden ratio is a theory which is 1:1.6 ratio, which is a law of universe rule that if anything in the world is made in this ratio, it is bound to be successful. Mona Lisa paintings are in golden ratio. Angelina Jolie as the face, which they say is a golden ratio face. What is a golden ratio? Suppose my eyes are measuring 1:1.6. This is measuring. Every inch has to measure. When you measure every inch, it has to form 1:1.6 in every inch. So if these logos, they are measuring 1:1.6, all of these things. There's a measurement done. And that technically, if that measurement is done rightly, then your company will be successful. That is the power of golden ratio, which is a law of nature. I mean, this is what people, I don't know, you can say it's a belief, but it's working. That's the nature's law. Did you know the blue color logos are the highest used in the world? And that is why I preferably don't really suggest too many red and blue logos, because highest used color is blue in the market and second highest is red. So I tell my clients not to use too much of that logo color in their logo, because you will not be seen otherwise in this clutter. So color red, color blue signifies trust and reliability. The color of the sky is blue. We look up to God in the sky with faith and hope. Thus, it is subconsciously related to reliability and trust. And so people use this color a lot. Finally, love is what it is. I strongly feel, and we as women entrepreneurs have that strength of love. So we are going to win. And I'm really excited that after this presentation, I'm sure a lot of people are going to take these inputs and progress a lot in their business with my well wishes. So we need to remind ourselves that we all are in the business of buying and selling good feelings. The thumb rule is win their hearts. A marketer should always remember heart share is equally important as market share. Heart share. Brand tip. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never ever forget what you made them feel. Connect emotionally with your consumers. Be the reason behind someone's smile. Thank you very much. Okay, this is for you. See?
That was an interesting.
No, one important slide. Yeah. For you.
Oh, how sweet. That's really sweet. That's emotionally connected. Thanks, Barkha. We are going to open this for questions now. I think this has been a very, very interesting presentation, Barkha. And yes, you have touched me emotionally a little bit. And I'm sure all of you have questions. We did ask a few along the way, but please feel free to ask.
We already have a lot of questions.
Yes.
Already.
We've kept enough time.
There is a course about this branding. Branding course. I've done my MBA. I've done MBA in marketing. This particular course? No. So many courses are yeah, but then this was more like a talent which my cousin tapped into. Which was during exhibitions I used to do. I told I was doing exhibitions. So in that time, after selling the stalls in the exhibitions, I used to go to each and every stall of my consumer and I used to do a lot of matha podi with them. कि यार आप लोगों ऐसे डालो ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है स्टॉल बहुत आपका गॉडी है naturally it came.
My daughter is doing this course from Econ Institute. I'm spending 15 lakhs rupees to learn this.
Really?
It is only on this designing, branding, designing.
Oh my god.
What is the course she's doing on?
She's
On
doing
branding?
graphic designing.
Sorry?
Graphic designing.
Graphic designing.
Yeah. So all this is only there.
I need to get charge accordingly. Thank you.
It's an Econ Institute. It's a Friends University.
I think business is more so about कहते हैं ना भणतर से गुजराती में बोलते हैं भणतर થી વધારે ગણતર important. જેટલું તમે the more and more you're involved in your business, you're going to learn.
The best example, economist is Manmohan Singh and Modi.
that is
The best example. This is interesting.
Thanks, Barkha. It was really very interesting. I will have a flight to catch. Actually, I came especially for this.
Thank you so much.
It was very interesting.
Thanks, and I hope it is a fruitful presentation for you.
Thank you.
May you
We
use it
get
in your
touch base with you. Sure.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that we should analyze customers.
Can you be loud?
You had mentioned that we should analyze customers.
Yeah.
Now mostly customers are online, through online channels, through all the e-commerce websites. We don't know our customers' status on. Then how do you analyze them?
I'm not actually sorry. What? Voice is
How
too
do you
soft.
analyze customers? She's saying most of the customers, if they're online, you don't know them as well because they're not meeting them
You don't know
offline.
the age group, you don't
That's
know
a
anything
strength,
about your
right?
customers.
That's a plus point.
Yeah.
You can just study their Facebook account and see their personality and understand. That's a plus point.
How long you stayed where also?
See, analytics is okay. One, you keep on changing deleting your cookies. The customers usually deleting cookies onto the computers, okay? Then Facebook, it's not always the right account. There are fake accounts as
No, but
well.
then if your customer is there, you know that your customer is there, it's the right account. They're sending you friend request.
No, what I think she's trying to say is how do you get in new customers, right?
New
No,
customers.
even the existing customers, how do you analyze them? How do you analyze their taste or how do you analyze what they have liked about them?
You know,
Send them feedback forms for the airlines.
No, it takes time to do that.
We have made one questionnaire. We are giving to the customer that questionnaire. They have to fill up with in the questionnaire. All the questions are come. So with the help of the answer the customer is giving, we analyze the customer.
Can I know your name?
You
can I know your name?
Sabita Kedia.
Huh?
Sabita Kedia.
Sabita, just go on my Facebook. Really, I mean, I'm not publicizing, but really, I'm saying on my Facebook every Monday I give brand tip.
Okay.
In this, the question that you asked, yeah, I've written one tip was recently there. I think a month back. In that I said that spend more time with your consumers. Spend more and more time with your consumers. It will increase your sales. The more you want to understand them, the more you want to understand their taste and preferences. The more you're going to understand their lifestyle, their thinking, their emotions. It's going to answer it all.
So just to add to what you all are saying, and I think what our B for Web was saying to add to so Indrali, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Your brand is sticking more than your name, so which is good. Which is good, right? What we just mentioned about web analytics and what Barkha just said about engaging, and just like offline, online also, if you're spending more time with your consumer, you know, you're interacting more online, whether it's through Facebook, Twitter, whatever. So you need to kind of spend more time, and it's even easier to do it online, right? Because then you're not taking out 2 hours of your time to meet one person. More questions.
So much because I want to give you speaking at the comment. And this media has given me a lot of potential. And you spoke a lot about products, many new products, launch of products, and the use of branding in these products. What about service industry, like ours, recruitment, or lawyers, or any other service, HR services? There are a lot of services. So what about the service sector? It works exactly the same.
I mean, of course, there is variation, but then exactly the rule is like, yeah, bases are the same. Bases are the same. In my brand tip again, I had put the Facebook that I put and on my websites also. I've said this that your logo is your salesman. Your logo is your salesman. So if your logo is a salesman, may it be in a product or a service, it's a salesman. You use a strategy, may it be a product or a service, it's going to, it's a strategy. I mean, it has to work as per your product, your industry, service, it depends. But it's more or less it's the same theory. That you have to connect emotionally, where it may be product or service.
What you're saying is totally that it's not just the personal, really literally the personal connection. Like, you're talking to somebody and interacting one-on-one.
Frankly, yeah, it's a good question that you asked, and especially for women entrepreneurs, it's very, very good question. Very good question, yes. I want to elaborate. Yeah, you have something more.
No. So it's also just the color, it's just probably the packaging, it's probably, I'm talking in relevance to what I'm doing. Or the communication which you put out on Facebook. That also is sort of a way of emotionally connecting. That's
it is emotionally connecting, and also one more important thing that all women entrepreneurs, I want you all to know, that I don't mean to say that emotionally connecting by any chance is getting overly friendly with your consumers. Please don't misunderstand me.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that get more friendly. I am very, very professional to my consumer, to my clients. I'm very much to the point. I'm very much precise. I don't even keep in touch with them. I don't even have any special birthday message. मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं करती.
That's like something which I've been told.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing all that.
Unable to do.
Even I'm not comfortable doing all that. I don't. In fact, a lot of my clients scold me. यार आप कभी तो reply करो कि भाई birthday wish किया तो thank you तो करो. I said sorry, but I just missed on it. So you don't need to get over friendly. But you need to get emotionally, as in understand them and apply it in your product, in your business, in your strategy. No need to get close to them. I'm not saying to get close and personal to them.
Some more thoughts, some more questions?
I just have one question.
You're too soft.
Yes.
Sorry.
I just have one question. Most of the things
service, product, everywhere the rule applies, I think the same.
Yeah, that's I understood.
Yeah,
But
that's
then-
the question.
But then what I didn't got is how do I include in the content part majorly, like, you know, since there won't be any banners as such. Okay, Coco is one major
See, mine
part.
is a survey B2B.
Right.
My
that's what
company
I
is
started
B2B.
with. Yeah,
So
yeah.
how well I'm doing it, I'm using it well. That's why see the Facebook, see my website. You will know. Like, you know, even if I'm B2B, I'm making it a very, very interesting business. It's very, very, the color is bright. I'm not maybe making a boring B2B business. You know, it's very fancy. So for me it works. For a B2B industrial sector, for a pharma industry, something else will work. But it works on the basis and the foundation of this basic thumb rule that you have to win the hearts. You have to connect. You have to connect emotionally. You have to. That all comes in all the sectors. It doesn't matter whether you're B2B, B2C, service, product. Thumb rule is that you have to understand that and accordingly play the game.
We were talking about branding our products over here. Sometimes we need to brand ourselves. Then how does one go about it? Since like she was talking about B2B. In B2B it's mostly about branding yourself and your image through which the company is buying. In pharma sector specifically, it's your position and how you are placed into the pharma that the opposite party will buy. Then how do you do your
I think I
branding?
gave the example of Mr. Amir Khan. I think that answers you very well. That Amir Khan is winning the hearts. That's what he said, right? He's a personality. It's a personal. We make in our company, we make personality logos. We have personality logo concept. Our Madam's logo you saw was a personality logo. So if you are a person, everywhere I think that's the thumb rule today. You have to connect. Amir Khan got connected.
But then Amir Khan is a personality, but he is an open public personality, celebrity.
Are you talking about how do you build your own brand, your own personality? Also, I want you
Besides
to
the
add to that because we have
I
an
was
image
going to say,
consultant
yes,
also. in the
she is the
room.
best answer
So can
for
you
that.
also talk about it?
I was just going to say that she is the best answer for that.
Okay,
She's into image.
Why did you tell us? We have this lady out here who runs a business on image consultancy also.
Life sciences.
See, a lot of it will depend on how you have projected yourself. Okay, one is positioning, but it's also the projection that you do of yourself. If your positioning is strong, but if the self-projection is weak, then it doesn't work. And it doesn't work vice versa also. So first you identify your positioning. Having done that, you identify how do you need to project yourself in that positioning. So if your positioning is going to be to say, in B2B for example, if your positioning is to corporate clients, then you have to project yourself very formally. And that is what sticks with them. That becomes your personal identification and then they identify you. Having done that, you become a brand yourself. So it's a process that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It will take you anything between 6 months to 3 years. But it works.
No, I thought it's somebody lying.
It's actually understanding the end user. Like we can say anybody and everybody is my client, but I need to segregate. Okay, 80%. Let's say I'm into this business speaking websites. We've covered more than 40 industries, but I need to focus on one specific. So the education is my forte. So now when I am catering to them, my everything, right from the presentation to the interaction to the content I present, everything has to be the terminology and the jargons that they understand. If I'm going to talk over there about psychology, it may not click. So if you're depending on, as someone had just mentioned that, I think she mentioned that the decision maker is the parent, the product is for the child. Most of us will be having these issues. In education sector, it's a bit tough because the decision makers are always parents, and you're catering to a child. So how do you bring in a balance? So identifying them and understanding them is actually the base rule applying everywhere. But yes, it's a simple saying that you can't have your own cake and eat it as well. So you need to channelize like 100%, 80% weightage I go by that. The children do push their parents, but ultimately you have to convince them. The packaging has to meet their requirements, kind of.
Nowadays
are fine, and the children decide most of the stuff.
They're cautious. Like I have a 9-year-old, and all those freebies that come along, like those some Cheetos karke some packaged food comes. I don't even know what comes inside. Something like Cheetos.
Most of the junk food give a lot of freebies.
But during Holi time, they came up with some Pichku free toy inside.
Yes.
The toy quality, if you see, they won't even spend more than 25 to 50 paise on that per thing.
I've seen that.
But the Cheeto has made breaking records in the sale. It beats Lay's also, just because of that free thing. So he was after our life, Mama, it's just 5 rupees. I said, you come with me, and I took him to this town, Crawford Market, to get that Pichku thing, and because I wanted to explain him how these freebies work, So they can, even he bought Dabur Babul just because they were giving entire compass kit. Not a single day he's used that product.
I saw an ad, but then it was his friend's daughter.
But you see the way Kinder Joy is now projected. Now they understood that the mother's not going to buy 35. So they got it the grandmother. So that is what she was trying to say.
But the point is, when you take the kid to the store, the first thing is Kinder Joy, they will just find it from anywhere.
That's what's Happy Meal doing, no? McDonald's. Kids go for fries and Happy Meal will offer fries.
All these big brands, especially in the fast food segment and the packaged food segment, they appeal to children even on the web. Because like every kid is on the web these days, and the kids will know better than us how things are moving.
Mr. Narendra Modi said, right?
Super.
I use online as my biggest tool in this media.
That's why
He used this last week in London, and he emailed me a link on WhatsApp saying that Mansi, this is a link where Kinder Joy has so many new products. So you get me this thing, and I know it's been manufactured in UK. I was like, okay, and I was hunting like 10 stores. I didn't get that. Finally, I got the duty free, and I got it for him. I was like so happy. I mean, I was so amazed.
Lego is one example that has their straight target is kids. They don't go to parents. And they have these big, these big toys that take like 6 or 7 hours to assemble, and kids know all of them. You don't even have to pick them.
Okay, a quick question here. So, how many of you are IT enabled? As a business, besides a couple of you, who are IT businesses per se,
Very much poor is.
But no, I'm asking how many of you are IT enabled? How many of you are IT enabled?
You mean all the online marketing?
I'm just first trying to see there are going to be different levels of being enabled.
Yes.
Whether you have a website, you have a Facebook, you have a LinkedIn. So first, and I want to first see how many in any which ways are available, enabled, right? Okay, I think let me ask the reverse. I'm glad to see more hands up today. How many of you are not? This one? So how many of you feel you need help on, enabling your business further? So maybe you have website, but your Facebook is not that great. Blah, blah, blah.
I have already written in this.
And you are feedback form? Yeah.
But see, IT also has different segments and different needs.
Correct.
So one could be simple office automation, or it could be social media. So each of us will have different needs.
We have a new big segment, that's cyber law, which I think most of us fail to know what it is. And simple thing like, if any fraud happens using your internet connection, your employee has sent out an email which is malware kind of stuff and all, nothing's gonna happen to the employee. They're gonna be in the jail and it's not available. So even these things I think we really need to, because today we have a lot of women entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And honestly, and of course, me myself being a woman, I agree with the fact, the research that they conducted, that women and law don't really gel well, or they don't go hand in hand. I mean, we may be aware, but we never take it seriously. We would hire a person, please take care of these things. But these are certain things we really need to know, because there have been cases. I mean, like my husband's a cyber law cybersecurity consultant. So he works with Mumbai Police on many of big cases, and the kind of frauds that are happening, the kind of issues we are seeing, they're really scary. Really, like just of April, we had a law launched for privacy policies that we need to publish on our any kind of marketing, whether it's a website or it's your logo. So industries where people are dealing with a lot of private information, like when I have to ask you your name, your date of birth, your age, your address. So I'm bound under a policy because a lot of, in fact 90% of the frauds happen through these information. So if we as a business owner aren't aware, we really go for a long ride, and the fines begin from 15 crores in case of any data leak. So these are the things which we really need to be aware of. Sorry?
All our data is like on free, you know.
So there are two parts to this. One is you as a business owner secure the privacy of your consumers' data that you are using for your business purpose, and second is your own data privacy. Both these things, you require very simple measures to do them, but we are not aware only. That's the whole point.
So that would be another aspect to be covered.
Yeah.
Yes, and we can, because this was something very new for us also. We just started integrating it in our services also, because I deal with so many business owners, and in fact when we're doing education industry, where we have online admissions, online applications, we have the entire kundalis with us of people, and we are liable as a vendor, though it's for the college or the management institute we're doing. If I am not aware, I'm screwed. Actually, if any kind of data leakage is happening.
Cyber law. This gift. Should I take this out? No.
She's my mom, everybody. She's my mom. She's come specially with me. She always comes with me on presentations and such places.
Would you want to say something?
She's good.
Would you like to say something?
No, she won't say anything. She's very shy. She's going, so I just introduced her.
Some snacks are coming in soon. Thanks.
I hope it will be fruitful for you.
Yeah, it was. We're going to spend a little bit more time till our samosa is coming. And then we can open it up for snacks and networking. I was just saying, Barkha, that we keep a little bit of time to understand our members more. And of course, this is a group of both members and non-members, but that's not really important. It's the need of what our entrepreneurs today need. Okay, what are the, give me one, just go focus, 6 seconds.
The tripod?
Yeah, and I'm just telling him because it's just standing very vertical right now. So, like I said in the beginning, that I will talk to you a little bit about Sri Shakti at that point, and I wanted to leave it for later. I know, like I said, that some of you are members, some of you have attended, but a large number of you have never ever come before or don't know what TIE does. So just a very brief thing about TIE, because I would love for you to stay engaged with our network. We are basically a non-profit, and we are here to help entrepreneurs grow and scale their businesses. So being a non-profit, the only little bit that you would contribute would be if you become a member, your membership fees, and some admin costs, so that we can, do events like this, some chai pani kharcha. So that's why the reason we try to take these kind of spaces which are value for money. So you get a lot of value for your business, but you don't monetarily pay out too much. As we see